Hey friends, and welcome back. If you're new here, then welcome to the channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dr. Jess Reynolds. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and traditional Chinese medicine, as well as a massage therapist and a nutritionist. And today, I want to talk to you about self-care. Over the last 5 years, my client base has slowly started to become pretty much entirely filled with massage therapists and other wellness practitioners. And almost everyone comes to see me initially because of an injury or pain somewhere. But inevitably, after a few minutes of chatting and asking a few key questions, I discover that their health in general, well, it's oftentimes suffering. Most people describe things like feeling tired all the time. Maybe they feel burnt out, they're having sleep issues or digestive problems, or maybe they're just feeling anxious most of the time. And almost universally, pretty much everybody is dealing with some variety of stress-related issue. Now, there are indeed a lucky few people who say they feel good, but inevitably, something still comes up. There is some area of their life and health that they want to improve in some way. They feel like they want these areas to be optimal. And virtually every single client I see ultimately want to feel healthier. Now, this makes sense because when you don't feel your best, when you don't feel optimal, every area of your life suffers. And this includes your ability to truly care for your clients and give them the best care possible. But I get it. I've been there. I know exactly what it's like to feel subhealthy or even sick and then have to spend my days helping others in their own healing journey. And I also know what it's like to have that feeling of wanting to be optimal, but not really knowing where to start or having the time to do all the things that the health gurus suggest.
In my book, I know you are, but what am I?
So throughout my years of practice and personal experience, I've come to understand that while there is an almost unlimited number of things that we can do to improve or maintain our health, there are a few key things that have an outsized effect on our overall health and wellness. But before we get into the what you need to do, we need to take a moment and talk about the why. Why exactly should you bother focusing on your health? Kind of an obvious question, but an important one to ask. And there are a few reasons why. The first is, as a wellness practitioner, believe it or not, many people are going to look to you as a beacon of health, an example of what it means to live a healthy lifestyle. You gotta walk the walk. Now, the second reason is that, as I said, when you don't feel your best, virtually every area of your life suffers, including your work. And the third, and in my opinion, the most important reason is I truly believe that more than anything else, the biggest thing you can do to help you be more successful both in life and in business is to focus on your own health and focus on feeling and being your best. Now, I could talk for weeks about everything you could do to improve and optimize your health, but I'm going to keep it short. Here are my top 3 things to do to stay healthy. Number 1, and most importantly, focus on your sleep. Of all the things a person can do to maintain or improve their health, getting enough sleep and adequate sleep is by far the most important. Sleep has a huge effect on virtually all areas of health. There are countless studies out there now showing the beneficial effects of sleep on virtually every single system of the body. Things like balancing hormones and maintaining a healthy cardiovascular system. Sleep studies have also proven that there is a dramatic reduction in the risk of cognitive decline. We also see things like improved skin and even improved mood, just to name the barest few benefits. So here's what you can do to improve your sleep. Avoid eating within 3 hours of bed. Now, that bedtime snack might be a treasured part of your nightly routine, but having food in your stomach while sleeping has been shown to disrupt how much deep sleep you can get. And that deep sleep, that's the important bit. I'd also encourage you to avoid any form of caffeine after about 2 p.m. Now, I know plenty of people who say that they can have a double espresso right before bed and fall asleep just fine. And that's because caffeine doesn't really inhibit our ability to fall asleep. What it does is it inhibits our ability to, again, get into that deep, restful sleep. And as I mentioned, that's the important bit. That's where all of the healing happens when we sleep. That's where all of the beneficial effects occur. It's in that deep sleep. And again, caffeine inhibits our ability to drop into that deep sleep. Now, the last thing I would suggest is avoid bright lights within 1 hour of bed. Now, I'm sure many of you have heard about the fact that looking at your cell phone in bed or before bed can harm your ability to fall asleep and stay asleep, and that's because of the harmful effects of blue light later in the day. But it turns out it's more than just exposing your eyes to blue light. It's virtually any form of bright light. So I would encourage you, 1 hour before bed, dim all of the lights in your home if possible, turn as many of them off, and really do your best to avoid looking at any form of screen, be it a TV, a computer, tablet, cell phone, all screens, avoid if possible. Now, tip number 2 is move your body. With the exception of sleep, exercise has the greatest impact on our overall health and wellness. The science of exercise is vast. There are a lot of opinions out there, but I like to keep it simple. All I say is move your body every day. I don't care the duration, just move your body. I also don't care what type of movement you do, just move your body. And of course, the best form of exercise is the one you will do, so do something that you will do. Now, true, some forms of movement and exercise have a greater effect than others on our overall health and wellness. And there's no question that for the most part, longer durations of movement tend to be better. But at this stage in the game, these are just semantics. We can dig into all of these details in a later video if you want, and if you do, just comment down below. So go for a walk, take a quick YouTube yoga class, do some jumping jacks, walk up and down the stairs a few times. It really doesn't matter, so long as you move your body every single day. Now, if you already exercise regularly, awesome, keep it up. But I should mention, work does not count as movement or exercise. Now, my third and final tip is to spend time outside. And this is my last tip because it's, again, got this huge outsized effect on our overall health and wellness. Now, ideally, you spend time outside early in the morning when the sun is rising or in the evening when the sun is setting, because it turns out the wavelength of light at these times of day have a profound benefit to our health and wellness. But any time outside turns out to be beneficial. If you happen to live somewhere where the air hurts your face half the year because it's so damn cold outside, like this guy, then at the very least spend some time beside a window. Ideally one where you get some sunlight on your face and you can focus your eyes deep into the distance. Now, narrowing this list down to my top 3, well, quite frankly, it was quite a challenge because I believe that there are actually 7 essential things a person should do to improve or maintain their health. But I think these 3 are the most important and again have that outsized effect. But I'm curious, what would you add to this list? Let me know in the comments down below. If you're interested to learn more about how to optimize your health and wellness, then I would encourage you to check out the description below this video and learn more about my Elements of Health program, where I cover these 3 topics and several other key elements of health in much more detail. Now, thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. It helps us out a lot to keep up to date with more content like this, as well as techniques and tips on how to build a practice you don't want to quit and the skills so you don't have to.